Today we are dealing with every guitar player's worst nightmare. This thing fell off a stand and cracked its headstock. Not only that, but it's a Gibson Songwriter. So, double the emergency. While this is every guitar player's ultimate nightmare and it can feel like the end of the world, it really isn't. This is a pretty clean break. Usually with a break like this, if you do a good job with it, you can make it so that it looks like it basically never happened, and the glue joint will be stronger than the surrounding wood.
It's clamping day, and I am sick. We are going to use this beast.
Here you can see in this shot that the brake does indeed enter the truss rod cavity, which does create a little bit of a complication, only in the sense that you want to keep any glue from getting onto that truss rod. I've taken some saran wrap, and all the way to the bottom where that glue joint is going to be, I've wrapped it around. Also, the saran wrap I've got on my big mega clamp here, so that I don't accidentally glue the clamp to the guitar. That would be bad. This is the last clamping rehearsal before we do it. Just checking out a couple of things here, including my access to the truss rod cavity and how exactly straight, you need this to be perfect right back in line in order for it to be successful. This glue has 10 minutes open time, which means that from the time that you open the bottle and apply it to the time that it no longer can make a successful joint is 10 minutes. So you have to really work pretty quickly. One way to ensure that that goes down 100% perfectly is to have everything you know you're going to need. I know that there's going to be squeeze out and I'm going to want to clean it up, so I have my paper towels. I know that I'm probably going to want to get into the truss rod cavity and clean some of that stuff up, so I have my little Q-tips there, and I have my palette knife ready to go, and we are going to glue it up. I was able to find a little area from which to film, so you're going to get to see this entire process. It's gonna go fast to me but slow to you, so I'll probably edit it.
This is initially going to be a big mess. That is why I have all my paper towels here. Alright, let's get some up here. Good. I'm going to put some up here as well. Be very careful to stay away from that truss rod, because we do not need that type of disaster in our lives. The squeeze out is going to be epic.
Absolutely nailed our open time, so that's good. That means we are going to get a good joint. The nice thing about these clamps, look how close you can get them in next to each other. So in order to get that, it was like right there, boom. Not a ton of pressure, because again, we don't want to over clamp. Not a ton of pressure with this one. It's mostly coming from here. Here we are 2 days later. I've taken the clamps off. I'll show you. I put quite a bit of pressure on that. I've been testing it, and it's holding strong. That idea with the cellophane worked quite nicely. I had to clean out a little bit up here where some squeeze out had happened, but that's nothing. That's as long as this is safe, that's all we really care about. Because this is such an involved procedure, I'm stringing it up once before doing the rest of the finishing work on it. And it's not because I don't have confidence that the joint held, but I just want to make sure that it held and is going to hold under string pressure. All right, as we can see, I've sanded this down pretty good. This is all flush. The lacquering process is all finished. Brake is hidden from view. And now I'm just going to do a fret job on it because the frets are in kind of gnarly shape, and what's the point, really, of returning this guitar and having it be all kind of new and ready to go, only for the frets to have big marks in them. So we're going to do that real quick and then string it back up and get it ready to get out the door. So here's the back of the neck completed. And here's the front. One thing I love about this drill, and others like it, the little magnetizer here. It really helps you get into tight spaces. See if I can do this without losing this screw. It's pretty interesting. Good as new.